when it comes to the actual talking, when it comes to expressing yourself, when it comes to be as open as you possibly can, most certainly the month of October 2021 is going to be so significant for you, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. Because the more you talk, the more you express yourself, the more honest you are with yourself and with everybody around you, you're going to get so much out of it, because your energy is going to be really strong. Your energy is going to be really powerful throughout the actual month of October. And when it comes to like the actual, what is quite interesting is that your energy is going to be very much so kind of intensified, throughout the month of October. But what is rather interesting is it's most certainly going to go with the actual energy of the month of October, because the energy of the month of October is, on the very first of October, the energy is going to be quite intensive, but as we are going closer to the end of October, the energy is going to be more intensified, more powerful and stronger and stronger. So by the time we get to the 31st of October, which is Samhain, or also known as a Halloween, like some people call it, when the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest, this is when the energy is like very powerful and very strong, and it goes right until the 3rd of November actually. So it's not only about the 31st of October, but when it comes to you, you just need to understand that this is going to be on your side. This is going to work for you so perfectly. So the more honest you are with yourself, and I say the more honest you are with yourself, the more you're going to achieve, the more creative you're actually going to be, because it's all about the teamwork, talking, expressing yourself, explaining yourself, as much as you can. Explain any projects, anything that's on your mind. There is so much that you're going to resolve and so much that you actually managed to achieve. Teamwork is most certainly going to be important. So teamwork is going to be really important. Your energy will be echoing. It will be going so much further than it normally would. So that's why, surrounding yourself with people, talking to people, teamwork, it's going to be really important, in particular when it comes to your financial situation, when it comes to your future planning, and when it comes to the time of the actual lost opportunity. Because now this month in particular, when it comes to the mid of October, you will see exactly what I was talking about. It's about the lost opportunity that you felt in a certain moment in time over the past 24 months. So now this is beautifully and karmically going to bounce back into your life and give you the opportunity to work on it, to deal with it. So it's with the lost opportunity. This lost opportunity, it's really important. Maybe some of you have even forgotten about it, but you will see exactly what I mean. Number 7 is going to be very strong. Number 7 is also going to be very specific at around that moment in time. So this is most certainly going to be a lucky number throughout this month as well, which means that spiritually you're going to be very strong, and a lot is going to be coming to you at the same time subconsciously. So you just must most certainly not ignore this. So this is all on the way to your future planning, financial security, and ultimately it's going to lead towards your own prosperity. It's pretty much so the end of the chaos and confusion in your life. It is not going to seem like that straight away at the beginning of October, but you will see, especially after the mid October onwards, you will see exactly what I mean. Most certainly an important clarity that you are going to have in the last 7 days of October, an important mind-blowing clarity. It's going to be your greatest victory in a long time. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for October 2021. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focus is for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for October 2021. Do you know what I like? It's the number 7. I know I've mentioned number 7 already, but number 7 is your number when it comes to not only being a lucky number throughout the month, but it's also your number in numerology, which covers the whole month of October. It is a very powerful number, it is a very strong number, and it is a very solid number when it comes to the spirituality, our understanding, our sensitivity on things around us, and also at the same time it gives us this powerful spiritual armor. So when it's so much going on around us in our lives, and so much that is nothing to do with us. Sometimes you can kind of be taken away by all this energy because you're very sensitive and you're perceptive to all these earthly energies. So this is completely normal because you're like a naturally pretty much so psychic. Everybody is, but some signs are more than others, and most certainly you are pretty much so very psychic indeed. So number 7, it's also at the same time it's going to be opening your eyes throughout this month indeed, and you will be feeling so much of optimism and so much of a Vavomish energy, and I say this because you will really know what to do, you will really know what direction to take, but also at the same time number 7 means spiritually that you are kind of gonna come to terms that the certain part of your life, the certain project, probably it wasn't the right thing to do, or it's like slowly coming to an end. And this is nothing unusual. We live and learn. This is all about learning. It's all about our spiritual experience. So the sooner we kind of realize that there was a lesson, as soon as you realize that there was a lesson over there when it comes to this some kind of project that you start, the better for you it's actually going to be to move on from it. But because you're going to have the spiritual power of number 7 that is going to be guiding you throughout the months, you just can't make things wrong. You just can't kind of choose wrong things. You will feel a very, very solid sense of achievement, but also at the same time the very solid sense of direction when it comes to your future. For the first time in a long time, this is going to help you to spiritually connect so much, when it comes to your future. So visually this will be very, very strong and powerful. So throughout the months, every now and then, just pay attention to pretty much so what is happening in your mind when you're like kind of drifting away. Like if you're trying to kind of fall asleep, and what is on your mind at that time, it's important. If you're trying to meditate, when you start to drift off, what is again on your mind, if you're like kind of starting to drift off, if you're like kind of like about to fall asleep, you're relaxing, it's also like when you start drifting, what is on your mind. There is a very specific answer that you're actually going to have. This is going to be way more than an answer. This is at the same time going to be the strong unfoldment situation when it comes to you. So it's going to bring you a powerful confirmation more than anything, but also it's about having the spiritual key and realization how close to you are to a very, very kind of successful stage in your life, but also to the certain changes. You will realize that you are the one who needs to make changes. It needs to come from you and not from anybody else. So this is also very important when it comes to number 7. And also on another hand, it means that you are most certainly going to kind of find yourself again. And I'm not saying that you were lost or anything, but you will see exactly what I mean. On one hand, I see that you are going to kind of like a really pretty much so you will know with all this balance in exactly which part of your life do you need to put more energy. So remember, the certain project is going to come to an end. Ciao baby, bye bye. That's brilliant. But then on another hand, you will know exactly, most importantly, that balance is just going to give you a nice little spiritual slap indeed. And that balance is also at the same time going to be primarily responsible for you choosing the certain part of your life where exactly do you need to put more energy, more positive projection towards. This is very, very important. Which services do you need to offer towards the specific goal? This is miraculous because you're going to be able to achieve so much. On another hand, it's like whatever you kind of try to achieve and whatever you try to kind of like try to make or try to achieve, you just need to understand that your energy is going to be superb, very much so, pretty balanced. It only happens every now and then, which means that the power of manifestation will be very strong. So this is the time for not only kind of planning, but also to going for things, to going for it, because the next time when the energy is going to be so enhanced is going to be in May. It's actually going to be in May and June 2022. So it's going to take a little while until you get this absolutely wonderful energy when it comes to you manipulating this energy, to the best of your ability in order to achieve something really great in your life. So it's all about the offering services towards the specific goal indeed. But then again, at the same time, it's just, it's about a new plan. There is a new plan that is going to start manifesting as well. I really like this so much, and that new plan is going to be absolutely obvious, over the last 14 days. Within the last 14 days in October, you need to pay attention to what this new plan is. I really like this, because this is going to be like a big mama moment. It's just, there's so many different elements of you that you were at around this energy, which means that you wanted to do this for a long time, and you might have attempted this in the past, or you might have been thinking that you want to attempt it, but it was like, no baby, no. And this happened for a reason, because now it's your time. Now is the time to do it, because the energy is going to literally be multiplied, which means that this is going to reflect on your effectiveness when it comes to this. So it's all about a new plan, and it's also, it's the hope and confidence that you're going to have. It's going to be primarily responsible for you to kind of moving forward. And although you're going to feel like, you're not going to feel 100%, oh my gosh, shall I do this or not? No baby, no. But you're just going to feel like these uncertain efforts, but normally this will put you off, but now you will know that it's a green light, baby. Time to go, time to move on. It is going to be a little bit of conflicting influence that you are going to have. Conflicting influence indeed. And it's almost like somebody's going to be telling you one thing, but you're going to be feeling something completely different. And I'm going to scream like there is no tomorrow. It's just so important. Even the kid is saying hello. I'm gonna scream. But this is important, because I want you to remember this, conflicting influence. So it's just basically somebody's going to try to kind of like somebody with a very strong energy is going to try and make an impact on you or influence you. But this is where the moment is going to be crystal clear that you're going to have. This is going to make you realize something so important. On one hand, you need to know that it needs to come from you. You need to follow your intuition, because now this is the very powerful side of you, spiritual side of you, that is at the same time going to come out. So you will know, almost like as if that person is really nice, really okay, really close to you, blah blah blah, but it's just not. They're projecting themselves on you to the point where you've just like kind of lost yourself a little bit. So now this is your big mama moment to come out of yourself, and just basically take yourself and take your life on the next level. But it needs to come from you. So when you come across this conflicting influence, somebody in your life is just going to basically tell you like, oh no, don't do it like this, don't do it like that. No baby, no, you do it how you want to do it. You do it how you need to do it. This is very important indeed, because if you listen to somebody else over yourself, it's going to bring you disappointment. If you listen to yourself, it's going to give you beautiful wings to grow, and it's also at the same time going to be directly connected to your own transformation. So this is why this is so important. I really like October so much, because it's just going to be like tick tock, like a bit of a waiting moment, with a certain possibilities to come through as well. So you've got like a new possibilities when it comes to new people in your life, new relationships, and also I find it very interesting how you're going to have a new approaches to the actual old problems as well. And this is nothing unusual, because it's happening at the time of your personal transformation, and I really like it, and just the new knowledge, you're going to gather the new knowledge about yourself, and this is going to be above all about everything else. This is all going to make sense, because the new knowledge that you're going to gain about yourself, it's absolutely superb, because it means that you're spiritually growing. There is going to be very interesting sign that you're going to have at the same time, and in particular when you see numbers 111 repeating or 777 repeating, you just need to know that very soon after that there is a very interesting possibility that is going to come up to you, and you must not ignore it. You certainly must go for it. It's important to mention. On another hand, you are going to have a moment, also yet again, like basically where you're going to kind of find yourself like thinking about your past, and this is nothing unusual for us to feel like a little bit like kind of deep, when it comes to this, because it is a very kind of powerful element from your past. You're going to be reminded something. You're going to be reminded who you are, what you want to do, what your life is all about, what direction do you want to take. Very strong reminder you're going to have, because you're not doing something that you promised to yourself that you will be doing like a long time ago. So this is the moment when you're going to realize this, which is quite significant for your personal growth, but at the same time it's all about the reflection from the past, on the past, that is going to bring you an important important insight, and that is going to make you realize something so wise. This is all about a sound judgment, which is going to come through serene knowledge when you least expect it, but it's all about the common sense at the end of the day, that it's coming from this spiritual penetration. It's the hidden emotion that it's so important to pay attention to, because it's all about your practicality, it's all about you being quite analytical around it at the same time, but also doing the right thing and improving your life and doing those things that are going to make you kind of feel less frequently restrained. You see, it's all about you feeling frequently restrained, and when that happens, it just means that you need to pay attention to the energy. Do what you want to do, but at the same time, you just need to understand and remember to reward yourself and live your life and enjoy your life. Don't focus on the negativity and negative things, because you're very sensitive. You're not in a horrible way or anything, but I'm just saying what I mentioned before when it comes to the actual earthly energies. So that's where you just have to learn how to go over it. Now it's more important than ever. On another hand, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Gemininis, I mean, come on, it's the same like last month. I'm gonna have to scream about this again. It's about boosting your immune system. Indeed, it's now more important yet again than ever. So I would highly suggest you to take something like organic acerola cherry powder, or organic acerola cherry capsules, or organic camo powder, or organic camo capsules, and these both supplements, either of those, would be fantastic to boost your vitamin C levels, because they're natural, fantastic, absolutely mind-blowing products because of its vitamin C content. It's very high indeed. So I would highly recommend you to take this every single day alongside natural vitamin D. Even if you are in the sun every single day, I would still recommend you to put in your body a natural dose of vitamin D if you possibly can, alongside natural zinc. This combination is superb, and it's going to help you feel so much better. It's going to reflect on your energy, it's going to reflect on your boosting your immune system, it's going to reflect on you so beautifully and spiritually when it comes to your own energy. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Gemininis, or not. So before I go any further, I would highly recommend you to get something like the actual chakra pendant. Absolutely beautiful. I was also advertising this last month as well, but it's so important not only for October, but it's important for November and December, because every single time, this has got a perfect balance of crystals, which are going to really be so beneficial for your chakras, and that in itself, it's going to help you so much with your personal energy flow. On one hand, it's going to help you to keep your feet on the ground very firmly, on another, so you don't lose yourself. On another hand, it's going to protect you gently, but then again, also on top of everything, it's just going to help you to be and keep on top of things, when it comes to making the right choices. If that something doesn't make sense, and you're like, oh my god, this kind of really helps you with the balance with your own personal vibration. This is something that I would highly recommend you to get. This comes with the sterling silver setting and the sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. But buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Gemininis, you're also supporting my channel as well. I have to say that. So now the very first date that I want you to pay attention to is going to be the 3rd of October. Now the 3rd of October is just basically you need to understand this. It's not only the 3rd of October, it's the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. You will feel different energy from the 1st of October like there is no tomorrow. You will know it's like a bit of like a you're gonna know this, it's like, oh my god, it's like a one new moon, long new moon. It's like the whole new moon goes throughout the months. Certain new moons can be very, very hard and very difficult indeed, but this is not hard, or it's not difficult. It's just like an unusual energy, but I'm trying to find something to compare this with to you. But anyway, so in between the 1st and the 3rd of October, you just need to pay attention to the actual unwise plan. There is an unwise plan that you're gonna need to pay attention to, because it's something that you came up with like a while ago, but somebody not that long ago pinpointed this to you, that maybe you shouldn't do this, and in this time, at this moment in time, that person who pinpointed this to you, that maybe you shouldn't do do this, you know. Actually, this is completely not related to what I said before, you see. This one is like, this is gonna completely come true. So it was pinpointed through somebody, this particular situation, it was pinpointed through somebody, a certain person, also someone really important in your life, and you believe this, and it's true. Now you will see that this was an unwise plan, some kind of sort. Whatever comes to you within the first 3 days that you're uncertain about, you will know that it's maybe something that you should move on from. It's very important because it's almost immediately going to bring a balanced harmony into your life. And also at the same time, you know, don't worry about it, because, you know, it's just basically almost immediately in between the 3rd and the 15th of October. It's like almost immediately, you know, so it doesn't matter. You just move away from an unwise plan, because this is something that you karmically, it's not, you're not prepared to do this is not for you. This door will be very soon closed, so you just move away from that almost immediately. But then later on in the day, you know, when it comes to the 3rd of October, it doesn't really matter, because you're going to see first of all, you're going to hear something, and then you're going to see something, and then it's all about the inspiration that you're going to have. It's about the bright prospects, you know, but then it's also, again, it's a lot about mixing of the past and present. But it's just like you followed where the optimism is coming from, because your optimism is not going to lead you astray, but then at the same time you are going to kind of have like a really kind of interesting omen, you know, when it comes to this as well. This is all about your own pleasure and happiness in life later on. The omen that you're going to have, it's going to happen in between the 3rd and the 15th of October 2021, and the omen that you're going to have, it's going to come in the form of like a little bird or a big bird, you know, but you will know that there is something unusual about this bird. You will know that there is something kind of strange or different. Maybe the bird is just going to look at you. You will know that you're sharing your element, you know, you will know that you're sharing this particular vibration and energy, and you can't go wrong with this completely. But what my point is, when you see that bird as an omen, you will know that very, very soon after that moment in time, you're going to need to make an important decision, and the decision that you're going to need to make is going to split in 2 different ways. You really need to pay attention to who is like driving you crazy in your life. Who are you really angry with? Who are you angry? Because now this is so important, more important than ever, to let that person go, because someone is still holding you down. That who are you really angry with? And on another hand, you also need to know that that omen is also going to kind of confirm that the bright prospects, you know, are just behind the corner. After that moment in time, something is going to snap, something is going to change, and very, very soon and very quickly, the bright prospects that I said before are going to start manifesting themselves. You know, this is very important. This is so important, because it's about what you wanted to do. It's about your own improvement. It's about your own development. And to those of you who wanted a promotion or a new job, like, my Lord, now it's most certainly the time to actually go for it, you know. And also just remember that there is an important message that you're going to get about the outcome of your past efforts, and that is just beautifully going to slide in and confirm things to you as well. So that little part where you're going to be like kind of uncertain, it's going to be confirmed yet again. Okay, the second thing that I was going to recommend you, it would be like a dry sage stick. It's like a mass. Look at the size of this baby here. It's like absolutely huge. And to dry sage your home or to smudge your home in October would be absolutely fantastic, brilliant, because the energy is going to be very, very thick. You know, the energy is going to be very powerful, but at the same time, it's really good. It will be perfect to work with it. So if you close all the windows first, and then you light this, you burn this, and then this is going to smoke. Of course, we put a sauce underneath because it's quite messy. Then you go into every single room in the house. You can say a little prayer, you can say like a little chant, you can say a little affirmation, you can call on your spirit guides, guardian angels, you know, however you feel, whatever you feel the need to do, this is what you should do. But at the end, you just open the windows, and as the smoke goes away, the negative energy is going away, but also at the same time, this will be beautifully like cleanse you as well. It's going to clean your energy. So if you feel like a sick or negative or low or down 2 days later, that's brilliant, because it means that you accumulated a certain amount of negative energy within. So it's just working now, and it's about to rejuvenate you. This gorgeous sage stick, this huge gorgeous sage stick you can get on my website as well, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, I have to say that. The second important date, my gorgeous Geminini, it's going to be on the 16th of October. Now the 16th of October, you know, see, there is somebody very successful who is going to inspire you, and this is brilliant because it's, you know, who this is on the 16th of October who is going to inspire you. Through that inspiration, you're going to realize something, you know. Through that inspiration, you will kind of know what to do. You will know what your next step is going to be. This is very important because every now and then, you know, there are certain people who appear in our lives, and we may not have anything to do with them, but they do have an important role, you know, especially when it comes to the positivity, success, you know, and really brilliant outcome that we will have by kind of like being inspired by the right people in our lives. So this is important, and it's very significant to pay attention to. On another hand, you know, what else you are going to realize, that somebody's been very loyal to you, and this is going to mean quite a lot to you, and this is brilliant. And then one more thing, it's about a wise investment. You're going to be thinking about certain investment, and most certainly this is going to be the wise thing to do. You may not like kind of make the actual investment on the 16th of October, but you will know exactly what that investment is at this moment in time. And as long as you do it like in between the 16th of October and the 31st of October, you're gonna get so much out of it, because it's pretty much is to do with your own prosperity, well-being, luxury and security as well. But at the same time, while you're doing this, you know, you are going to really kind of become active to an unknown danger as well. So this is also going to be very, very interesting indeed, because there are a few different things that you're going to become aware of, like maybe certain imposter, it's going to be revealed, but this is all going to make sense, and it's only going to confirm things for you as well. The third important date, my gorgeous Gemininis, it's going to be on the 31st of October. Now this is like so brilliant, because you know, it's all about like paying attention to also if there is any kind of spirit want to come through and spirit want to come forward, because most certainly they are going to. So the difference with Samhain is, because the spirits are always around us all the time, baby, but the difference with Samhain is that the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. But in particular, when it comes to the past relatives or the people that died in our lives who want to come through, want to come forward and share a certain message with us, is to do a lot with our ancestors and very friendly passing by spirits who will want to point you towards a certain direction. So there is going to be the very kind of strange and unusual moment that you are going to have, and that strange and unusual moment that you are going to have, it's all about going to be about a certain confirmation, something that was on your mind. You just need to put two and two together, and you will see exactly what the spirit was trying to tell you, that to direct you towards something that you're focusing on, and there's something that you're thinking about, but it's going to happen in a really strange and really bizarre way. Maybe something is just going to fall off, you know, it really depends. On another hand, the 31st of October, I really like it because of the resolution of this problem that you're going to have. It's to do with a conclusion that is going to bring you healing almost immediately and satisfactory result. But on another hand, it is to do with a certain compromises I'm seeing here, you know, but that in itself, it's also going to inspire you like there is no tomorrow. I can also see a bit of an artistic side which is going to come out of you as well. So if you need to express yourself artistically, most certainly you should do it, you know, because this is going to bring a really big change, in particular when it comes to your home, you know. On another hand, you know, it's just basically you know, like through somebody, you will see the reaction of somebody. It's not going to be bring a really pleasant feelings within yourself, you know. Somebody, you will kind of see somebody, you're going to come across someone and they're going to do something, that particular person, and then you're just really, it's not going to make sense to you why did they do what they did, you know, why did they do this, you know. But then at the same time, you will know exactly who you can trust and who you can't trust, and that particular person is most certainly going to be somebody who you have to be a little bit careful about. It's not like a completely, oh my God, like complete bad, but it's just in the certain things that you're gonna need to keep to yourself, and certain things you can say to this person. Whatever, anything that is like really, really important, I would keep it to yourself. You see, it's significant. On another hand, you are going to find yourself at the beginning of a very, very special journey, my gorgeous Gemininis, and it's not only the 31st of October, but of course that I'm going now the 1st, 2nd and 3rd, the 3rd of November, the 1st of November, 2nd and the 3rd. Look, I've just went to November now. You're extending in my gorgeous Geminini, but all these 3 days are going to be remarkable, because it's all about from the 31st until the 3rd, because it's all about the journey that you're going to find yourself on, and it's to do with your own advancement, you know, and you're going to firmly feel like that you want to go towards the unknown, but it's going to need a certain alteration from you as well, you know. Very, very important indeed. So now, my gorgeous Geminini, I'm just going to briefly see what to pay attention to in the first part of October, mid part of October, and the last part of October. Now, the first part of October, please, the energy is going to be very thick, the energy is going to be very unusual, and you must not let this to get the better of you, you see. So do not focus on the negative, because you may feel like a little bit low, a little bit down, but baby, just remember that that same energy has got a very much so rather significant power, and it's going to become so much more powerful if you just understand that as soon as you kind of throw yourself into all sorts of things that you need to do, all sorts of possibilities and opportunities that are going to be around you, you're going to be absolutely fine. You're going to be even more powerful than you can possibly imagine, and all you need to do is just to make that first move, make that step, you know, make that spiritual knock indeed. The mid part of October, you need to understand to stand up for what you believe, but then again, stand up for what you believe in your own way. Don't say too much, don't open up about this, for example, too much. This is like really, really personal, but it's not about standing up for what you believe by talking and by saying. In this instance, would be like just like kind of stay firm and follow your own beliefs, you know, follow your own intuition, you know, stand up for what you believe, but not necessarily like, I believe this, you know. No, baby, no. Now you have to be very smart and very clever about this particular situation here, and you will see exactly what I mean. And remember to choose your battles really wisely. Okay, the third part of October, I just like it so much, because it's, as I said before, it's pretty much so to do with like revisiting old plans, but at the same time taking the next steps, you know. This is to do with the bold and rather ambitious choices that you are going to make, but then again, you know, it's about expansion, your plans, expanding your plans, and understanding that you have to continue to move forward indeed. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Geminini, what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationship? Now, this is fantastic. Something really miraculous, something really great, something really beautiful is going to happen. It looks like you have both been waiting for this particular moment, and you know, something very emotional is going to happen in between you two, and that is going to confirm your love, your feelings and emotions, and something is going to be refreshed like there is no tomorrow. And this is going to be brilliant, because on one hand you will want to take your relationship on the next level, but on another hand, just watch what will happen in the last week of October, because the last week of October, it's going to be pretty much a breaking point when it comes to you kind of putting something on hold, when it comes to you and your partner and something that you wanted to do. So the last week of October, it's going to bring a breaking point, because now finally you're going to be able to do this. You just have to trust yourself, even if you're a little bit uncertain about your immediate future. Okay, for those of you who are single and ready to minky, my gorgeous Gemininis, you know, this is so brilliant. There is someone very, very interesting, you know, that is about to walk into your life. Somebody that is just going to kind of manifest themselves when you least expected. Somebody that is just going to be very interesting. Somebody that is just like kind of going to be looking at you, and you're going to kind of be like around that person, and then you're going to notice them that they were looking at you, and then you're just going to be drawn like this so quickly and so easily family, because there is something so unusual going to be about this person. But the more you're going to look at that person, the more you look at that person, the more you're going to feel like a bit of a vavavoom-ish feeling inside you. So this is a very interesting sign, and it's a very powerful sign that someone very special is about to walk in your life. Someone very special is about to sweep you off your feet, and it's also going to be slightly different person who you normally go for. And this is brilliant, and it's a great sign in the month of October, because it only means that you're spiritually growing. This person is going to be very, very interesting, and is most certainly going to leave an amazing impact in on your life. Okay, my gorgeous Gemininis, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all so much. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Gemininis. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. I love you. Bye. Mwah.